But there was a government initiative for anybody with a couple of chronic conditions, anyone with a couple of chronic conditions that would benefit from say like lower CO2 emissions and such, were entitled to a like upgrading like changes to our like a new boiler, upgraded heaters and solar panels. And asthma just happened to be one of them. And whilst I don't really suffer with asthma, as it were, I still have an official diagnosis. So I was able to like we had these solar panels added to our house for free because of that. But it's cool. Gotta go. Oh yes, see you later. Although Mazran, I'm not going to be around forever today because it is a Monday night and I do have my drill night tonight, and I expect tonight our how are panels going? They're going well, like genuinely, because we had them put up a couple of months ago, like at the start of winter, and like we're surprised the amount of like times we're exporting, you know. But yeah, either way, so I do have drill night tonight. I do have drill night tonight with the fire service, and I suspect, in fact, I hope tonight we will do a BA drill. Just so I can practice my BA skills, my breathing apparatus skills that I've just finished the course on with some of the other people in my watch. So I get so I can get some practice, and they can give me some feedback on, because as much as I'm fully trained, everything is different in practice, if that makes sense. Like the moment you put these skills into practice, everybody has their own way of doing things and the way you interact with. So I'm very there's a couple of people who I'm going to be very regularly like wearing breathing apparatus with. So I should probably train a bit with them just so we get an idea of how we are, because there's a chance. There is a chance that because I use less air, and because I have a really good sense of direction, there's a chance we do some training, and they're like Vicky, you make a you aren't very experienced, but you clearly will make a really good number one. So we're going to have you go number one, but we're going to have your number two. We're gonna pair you up with the number two who will take over some of the responsibilities that we would have the lead firefighter do, because you're not there yet, but we think we need you for this, or there's a chance they'll have me go number two for someone, and the way that person manages their number two, I'll be all like, no, I can't do this. I can't do this. You are neurotic. You are constantly trying to like spot where you're constantly trying to control. But there's because there is some that. So 3 people on our course failed, and one of them I kind of expected to fail, because like I wore with them like a couple of times and I hated it. Oh my god. They were so their style was so different to mine, because they didn't. I don't think they had good spatial awareness. So when there's a pair of you, one like number one stays on the wall. They stay on the wall. They stay on that fixed landmark. Number two stays in contact with, but not physically in contact, if that makes sense. You stay. So when you're searching and such, when you're searching, you're doing your self-protection and whatever, you can tap the other person's arm, or you're on their hose. So number one's carrying the hose, and number two will be on the hose. So every now and then they'll be able to tug it, and like you're there by their side. Because I have very good spatial awareness and whatnot, I tend to as we're going, I'll swing them. But when we stop or whatnot, I tend to extend a bit more. and one of the people on our course that they constantly like, oh, where are you, where are you, where are you, come on, where are you, where are you, okay, come on, just stay in contact, stay in contact. I'm like, that this is not what they mean when they say stay in contact. But the person who, but there's one other person who I got on really well with, because like any, like when I was number one, they would say to me, if they ever were disoriented, they're like, Vicky, where are you? And I'm like, yeah, I'm here. And I would always be within arm's reach of them every single time, but they like kind of just lost me. And so when they were number two, they didn't need managing. If they got disoriented, they called out to me rather than like trying to manage. And then when I was number two, they went ahead and if I ever lost them or if I ever felt disoriented, I would call out to them rather than them trying to manage me the whole time. And that's kind of, so you've got these different styles. You've got these different styles of like how to interact with this skill, which is weird, right? And so in theory, there's no difference between theory and practice. In practice, there is. Yeah. But yeah, it like I did get told. Oh yeah, Vicky, it's very clear. It's very clear you're a confident number one. But you do need to communicate a bit more because your number two is getting disoriented. I'm like, oh yeah, sorry.